Guys, there is something we are not being told about the inauguration.
I want to get to this breaking news that the Trump inauguration could possibly be moved indoors, we're hearing, because of the weather. What are you hearing about that?
Breaking news just moments ago, a source confirming to Fox News that President-elect Trump and Vice President-elect J.D. Vance will be sworn in indoors at Monday's inauguration. I believe this is only the second time this has happened. The last time it happened was 1985 with none other than Ronald Reagan.
Now, they're saying this has nothing to do with any security threats.
There are dangerously cold temperatures that are moving into the region, and it will be the coldest inauguration in 40 years.
They're even canceling the parade.
Well, following the cancellation of their performance at the inaugural parade, the Stewart's Creek High School band is still following through with their plans to head to Washington. Jaxie Pigeon was there as they were rolling out this morning and has more on their exciting adventure. Good morning, Jaxie.
Good morning, Megan. Well, after hitting their $120,000 fundraising goal on Thursday, the Stewart's Creek High School band got the heartbreaking news Friday night that they can no longer perform in the presidential inaugural parade.
You guys know there was another threat to Trump's life just a couple days ago? U.S. Capitol Police reportedly foiled a suspected ending plot targeting President-elect Donald Trump. The man was arrested at the Capitol Visitor Center on January 8th carrying a machete, 3 knives, and another individual was detained for attempting to disrupt proceedings by setting their car on fire.
A man is under arrest after police say he tried to bring a machete and other weapons into the U.S. Capitol Visitor Center today. U.S. Capitol Police taking him into custody shortly after 2 p.m. They say they spotted a machete in his bag along with 3 knives during his security screening. And in the building's north entrance there, the unidentified man is now facing multiple charges, including carrying a dangerous weapon.
Just a couple days before that, bomb squads cleared the area near the Capitol due to a suspicious vehicle.
All right, we want to go back to the breaking news happening in the district that we brought you at the top of this broadcast. U.S. Capitol Police investigating reports of a suspicious vehicle in Northwest. Officers are on the scene near Constitution Avenue and 3rd Street. And just moments ago, we have an update in this. Joseph Olmo joins us live again from the scene with what we now know. Joseph?
Hey, Erika. Okay, so I just got off the phone with public information officer with the U.S. Capitol Police. He says this investigation outside of the Capitol is still very much underway. It's been going on since right before 10 o'clock, and we can now tell you that somebody is in custody.
Man tries to set car on fire outside U.S. Capitol where security is already heightened. Around 5:30 p.m., a man parked near the Grant Memorial set a bag on fire on top of his car. As officers ran over, the bag extinguished on its own. Twice today, our officers stopped men that could have been a danger to the Capitol Hill community, said U.S. Capitol Police Chief J. Thomas Manger. The vigilance is critical during this time of heightened security.
The biggest threat, I think, for all of us remains the lone actor. Just in the past week, while President Carter was lying in state, we had 2 lone actors show up at the Capitol. One trying to bring in knives and a machete, another one who was trying to, what I believe, to disrupt the proceedings by setting their car on fire down in the Peace Circle area. U.S. Capitol Police were able to interdict these folks before they had a chance to do any harm. But that threat of the lone actor remains the biggest justification for us being on at this heightened state of alert throughout the next week.
This guy is stuttering like he's nervous, man. You guys tell me, do you think Secret Service and the administration are dealing with some serious threats that could potentially be serious enough that they are trying to cover it up and act like there are alternative reasons to why they are bringing things indoors and using heightened security measures? When you think about it, isn't this a really last-minute announcement for having already issued so many tickets? Hey, like and subscribe and hit that notification bell for me. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs.
I'm disappointed, but I will say that I guess safety was of the utmost and there was concern for the cold. Although being from Montana, where it gets to be 40 degrees below zero, this is balmy.
I was gonna say, it doesn't seem like it's crazy cold, like that cold that you would cancel official proceedings. Like, it's gonna be 25 degrees out there tomorrow, right? Well, back in 2020, what was it? 36 degrees. 36 degrees around 12 p.m. And then around 6 p.m. it was 30 degrees. So the difference is not insane. I will say when you get below 32 degrees, it does feel a lot colder, but I don't think the difference is that buck wild.
There is a rally tomorrow, which I'm really looking forward to. And I actually had tickets to be way up close, and so now I won't be there.
I have a granddaughter with us, and I'm disappointed because this was like a big trip for us, and it's history.
Yes.
It's history. I want to see it.
And we did prepare for the weather. We knew what the weather was going to be, and we have a suitcase full of cold weather clothes.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody's prepared for the weather. I don't see how that's a valid excuse.
But you know what? It's so great to be here. And yes, we're Trump supporters, but we have met so many people from all over the country, and it's like being kind of validated.
I totally agree with that statement that it's like being validated absolutely after these past 10 years. This is from just a couple days ago, the 14th. Trump inauguration potential target for threats, agencies warn. The possible threats detailed in a security assessment ahead of the inauguration reflect a heightened political and potentially violent environment in which Trump will assume power. U.S. national security agencies are warning that President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration will be an attractive potential target for violent extremists, even as they say there are no specific credible threats. Potential perpetrators, particularly those who with election-related grievances, may see the president-elect's swearing in as their last opportunity to influence the election results through violence. A group of intelligence and law enforcement agencies wrote in a threat assessment which hasn't been made public, but was able to be reviewed by Politico. And it's not like they don't have reasons to be concerned. Let's start at July of 2024. At the beginning of July of 2024, you remember how the Justice Department announced that murder for hire plot that they discovered when they arrested that Iranian asset? and then you have the attempt in Butler, PA, right? Wasn't that on the 13th of July? Oh man, and then you've got the attempt at the Trump International Golf Club at Mar-a-Lago by Ryan Ruth, right? And then you've got the attempt at Coachella, the man arrested near the checkpoint with firearms and ammunition. And then you've got the attempts that just happened recently, right? With the guy that was arrested with the machete and the person that set their car on fire. So, I mean, this is just since the beginning of July. Now the guy's actually won the campaign for presidency and they're getting ready to transfer presidential powers to him. So if anything, yeah, this would be the moment that anyone who's crazy enough to try something would. Not to mention, the left wing is planning a day of action on the 20th. Is the weather going to be bad enough to stop them? We fight back. Nationwide protest planned for Trump's inauguration day. Grassroots organizations mobilize as the Miami Democratic Socialists of America plans to lead a local demonstration. As the nation braces for the inauguration of President-elect Donald Trump, grassroots organizations across the country are mobilizing in protest. Under the banner of We Fight Back 2025, more than 700 protests are reportedly planned nationwide on January 20th. Initial conveners include the People's Forum, the Palestinian Youth Movement, among others.
And so we do have on January 20th approximately about 12 First Amendment activities. One in particular on the 19th is the People's March, which we have an estimate of about, initially the permit said about 50,000 people. I think as of today, we're looking at about maybe 25,000 or less. We will be prepared. We've dealt with this group size before. You know, we have our civil disturbance unit. Every team will be activated here across the city. We have approximately 4,000 law enforcement officers who are providing support here in the city.
Protests during Trump's 2017 inauguration resulted in more than 200 arrests in Washington, D.C. and marches across the country. Hey, whatever happens out there, I hope everyone stays safe. I hope the transfer of power is peaceful. And I'm going to be live streaming, man. So join me. Let's see how crazy those protests journalists get. CNN's token Republican Scott Jennings keeps eviscerating Democrats. It's amazing. Check it out up here. Pam Bondi wiped the floor with Senate Democrats during a confirmation hearing. It was incredible. Check it out.